Okay, the cheapest way to get a gimbal-like look without a gimbal. Now again, if we're just talking a stabilized shot that is not super shaky, right? And if you're talking about gimbals, you're probably talking about a smooth shot while moving with the camera, because you're probably not talking about a gimbal style shot if the camera's just on a tripod. So we're going to assume that you want a smooth shot while moving with the camera, okay? Something you could do right off the top. So credit to Marcus Picks for talking about this in one of his videos, however long ago. He talked essentially at one point when he was talking about this kind of easy rig arm that was attached to a belt or something like that, and then it was on whatever the thing is that looks like a camera mount with a handle, and then the pipe with the weights at the bottom, whatever that's called. Might sound kind of confusing as you're listening to me, but essentially at one point I think he said something like, just add weight to the camera, because the weight, I'm maybe paraphrasing what he's saying, hopefully I'm getting it roughly correct. The weight is part of what makes it stable when talking about like the physics or whatever he was saying. Like with cinema cameras, they're very heavy, and that helps to make the shot smoother. Again, I could be misquoting what Marcus Picks said, but hopefully I'm relatively on track here. So just add weight to your camera setup, whether it's through, getting your camera, mounting it to a base plate, putting in those 15mm rods, putting a V-mount battery with a battery plate on there, all this other stuff, a cage for the camera, whatever, all this stuff to rig out the camera, make it heavier. But maybe you're like, dude, I don't have the budget for all this camera rig stuff. Okay, so what you could do, if you don't have a lot of budget to rig out the camera, just do whatever you can to attach weight to your camera. And this could be as simple as buying a Arca Swiss plate for the bottom of your camera, or whatever, or a cheese plate, and screwing in the cheese plate to the bottom of your camera, and then some way, somehow just attaching weight. It could be plates of steel that weigh 10 pounds, whatever it is. Make your camera heavy. Like we're talking 10, 20 pounds, maybe 30 pounds, whatever. It might become a bit difficult to hold at some point. But if you want to be able to move the camera and not have it be super shaky from the micro jitters, as people have called it, right? Make it heavy. And then when you're moving it, you might notice that the shot looks smoother. You could also put the camera on like a dolly or whatever, which as far as I understand is just like a tripod with wheels. Now again, you could choose how thrifty you want to be. Credit to people on YouTube that talk about thrifty options for stabilization or whatever. If you literally just have a tripod on an office chair that has wheels on it, or maybe you put it on like just something with wheels, whatever, skateboard, whatever it is. Credit to all the people that have talked about this and that I've seen this, whether I've seen it done by other people or not. Credit to the people that deserve credit. But just, put it on something with wheels and just kind of slide it. Again, if that thing is heavy, then hopefully it doesn't jitter a lot when it's wheeling, and also what is the surface that you're on, and etc, etc. But essentially, I'll leave that there. I have a Skool Community. If you want to ask questions, Skool Community, link in description. I'm running a 7-day free trial. Feel free to hop in there, join, ask the questions. Thank you for watching.